Hello.
I'm doing pretty okay. How are you?
Nadia, I can barely hear you.
About now.
Oh, perfect.
Yes.
Oh, now I can't hear you all. What's going on?
Uh-oh.
Kim, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to come out. Okay, say something.
Hello.
Okay, I can hear you all now. Okay, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, iPhones are tricky. So yeah, you say you're doing better, Kimberly?
I am. I was down with the flu for a good week or so. So I'm doing better, yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm doing okay physically. Emotionally, I've been down for the past few weeks. I don't know why though. Just it just went down a little. I don't know if it's because my birthday is coming up on Friday. Maybe.
Why would that make you emotionally down?
I think it's because, I've been thinking I think I'll be 44. Yeah. So I was saying, by that age I would have accomplished certain things and I had not. So maybe that's why. But my friend told me, get over myself. I'm in a good place. So behave myself. Truly, Sandra.
That's funny.
So yeah. But I don't know why. I just don't know why, and it persisted. So I just went and just going in daddy's arms and just had him hug me for the whole week until I was feeling better.
Oh, I'm sorry. That stinks.
Yeah, it does, but I'll get over it.
Oh, well, it's been a rough week for us and our family stuff going on too. And so I understand. I've been in and out of emotions all week long. Right, Kim?
Yeah,
Kim
you
has
told me
seen
a
me.
couple. Yeah, but is it better now?
Nope. I would say it's worse.
Really?
Yep. Yeah. Not very good.
Okay,
We
well,
will
I'll
live.
continue. Yes, we will. But I'll continue to engage over y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hopefully, it should be better. Well, that's what Jesus promised me. So I'll stick to His word. And He has been visiting. Well, the two of us, we have been visiting your two unicorns often. So
Good.
no, I'm not talking to myself. I'm on a call. Sorry. My mom is coming and looking at me like I'm crazy.
That's funny.
Yeah. So we have been visiting the unicorn. Your unicorn, Kimberly, I found that it had like a graze across its is it flank? Anyway, on its side, like it was attacked. And then Jesus healed that. Um and we had the two of them every day. We would go and visit them, and Jesus would put his hands on the two of them, and I don't know what he was telling them, but he was telling them some stuff. I was just feeding them as much as I could of the honey mixture, because I found like they were just tired.
Mm-hmm.
They were tired, so I just wanted to like refresh them. And Sapphire she wasn't hurt. I didn't find any cuts or bruises on her, but she was just drained. And I
I
would
don't know
just feed
what
them
to
every
do
night.
about that. What should I do about that? Because I mean, I say use her. I don't know, that sounds bad, but I'm
Work with her.
constantly interacting with her and having her doing stuff all the time. So that could be why she's so exhausted, but I don't know what to do about that myself.
Um, I don't think. I think it's like you said, it's the constant warfare all the time, the being attacked. Because if
Yeah.
we physically were always being attacked by someone else, we would be drained.
Right.
That is
But
pretty much how I feel. I
yeah,
actually think that she's kind of, uh, it seems like when you were saying that, it seemed very much like how I feel. And so I
Mm.
wondered if she's just kind of mirroring my feelings of constant attack and constant going. And it's like, it's been kind of hard.
from what I could have seen when I was engaging over the two of y'all, it's like when y'all are being spiritually attacked, y'all your defender. I
Right.
wasn't
Yeah.
concerned for Safia because, like I said, I I I have the thingy, the honey mixture. I have not given it a name yet to to refresh her, and then she would just go on. What I was concerned about, and I was asking Jesus about it, is why Aquamarine had the gash
Hmm.
on his body. I mean, that would have to take like a high level, super strong, so it to actually, give him a gash. But he just told me, just, use my elixir, put it on his body, and then he would heal um, him, and it would be okay. I just had to constantly just make sure that I would be there every day, every night. Because when I engage in over them in the morning, well, my morning, it wasn't like they were still energetic. It was like, I think after a hard night on your side,
Hmm.
that they were, um, like I said, just tired. So I just needed to refresh them. So, but it's their job. So I understood that it's their job. So I don't think you should feel guilty, because I was feeling guilty. Maybe I was not giving them enough thing, but it's just their job. And I think God will give either you or I or together something that will help us just increase our both defense and attack to another level. But for
Yeah.
now, they're fine. I just need to be constantly going over and making sure that they are okay. But you're doing what you're supposed to do. That's all I know from Jesus. So since he's always there with me, taking care of them, then if anything else was wrong, then we would know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like I said, just use them. And of course, you'll have your Kingdom Builders Army as well.
Yes, that's
Remember?
true.
Yeah.
They're like 24, 12. I always forget. How many are there?
They have 12 unicorns with 12 riders.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So both
Right.
12
So
and 24.
yes. Yeah. So y'all could use them as well, since y'all are the Kingdom Builders, so y'all could use them as well.
I
You
think
know, I think,
sometimes I do, but not very often. I always just think of Sapphire all the time. What were you saying, Kim?
oh, I was going to say, I think as you were saying that about Aquamarine having the gash on his side, I think when I was sick, he was taking the brunt of all of the attack for me, because I actually had very little attack that came at me then, which would be obviously ideal for the enemy. That when my body is completely run down, that that would be when
Mhm.
he would attack, but I didn't really get much of anything. And so that's what I think that was.
Okay. Yeah, because when she told me you had influenza, I said, well, then maybe because you're at a point where just your levels, spiritual and physically, are low. Maybe something happened, and he took the brunt of it. That's what I thought.
Yep, me too.
Yeah, but they're doing fine. I engaged over them last night. They were not as tired as they were before, but I think they had angels with them as well. Whatever happened last night, they had angels with them. So the amount of attention that Jesus and I were giving them, we did not spend that much time on them. And but I think something is happening in the heavens. Why I say that? Because I have been going to my unicorn army very frequently, and it's like their energy, like they getting ready for something,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the amount that I used to see before, it's tripled.
Hmm.
So, and like I said, some have riders and some don't. But it's something is happening because the energy I feel around them, it's just in expectation. So I'm not sure.
Well, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll be able to engage about that and see what's going on. See if the Lord shows us anything about it.
Yeah, I've been trying to, but I find that when I do engage, it's like I'm in preparation mode. Like when I go, I visit them, I make sure that some of them, what they're wearing, I tighten it, I speak to them, ask them if their training is going. Okay, don't ask me what training. If their training is going, all right. And they just come around and they keep nuzzling me, and then I just spend as much time with them as possible. But it's just like it's an expectation more than I've told Jesus that. And just, he has this little smile on his face, like, okay, when you're ready, this kind of thing, like when you practice, yes, when you're ready, and they're like, okay, all right, I'll just do what I feel led to do, and we'll see what happens.
Cool.
But y'all should get a break soon. I feel it. Y'all should get a break soon.
We should.
That would be
I
nice. We
appreciate you
don't
saying that.
really get breaks, so right, Kim? The only time we get breaks is if basically, at least for me, if the Lord makes me take a break and says you have to rest, and then he'll take stuff over for me. But other than that, it doesn't happen that often.
Yeah.
Well, we need it. Our South Africa trip is coming up in just like 2.5 weeks. And I feel very unprepared for that. And I hope that I know it'll be awesome. Whatever the Lord leads us to, it will be. But, there's been some stress around that and stuff. And so that would be good. Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing that I have been engaging with, and I think it came out from the last time we spoke, is that the eagle and I, we've been engaging a lot, and he constantly takes me to this very tall mountain in a cave, right?
Oh.
And I was hatching some eggs, Christine, in a nest.
Awesome.
This, listen, this was so weird. Okay, so took me in this cave, and there's this gigantic nest. Okay. And I'm saying, oh, cool. We've got a nest and whatever. And I see these eggs of different colors. I said, okay, good, you got some eggs. And it's just they're like, sit on it. And they're like, who, me? They're like, sit on it. I said, okay, if I sit on these eggs, they're gonna break.
That's what I would think.
And then I said, okay, so he told me, okay, sit. So I sat on the eggs, and it's just like, I don't know if I expanded or the eggs expanded, but I was just sitting on the eggs, and I'm there looking at the eagle, and I'm saying, this is not cool. This is so not cool. Me sitting on the eggs. But anyhow, I sat on the eggs, and then they broke. So I'm thinking like, it would be chicks or something, but it wasn't chicks. It wasn't chicks. It was like, let me see if I can remember. It was like when they broke, when each of them broke, it was like different things, but it was material things. And the last one which broke, it was a chick that came out, and it's there like, mama. I'm there like, nope, 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 can never be. And they're like, this is your mama, the eagle there. I was just like helping. And then all of these winged animals just came into the cave. Like some I cannot explain, but I just knew a whole set of winged animals came into the caves. And then there was this one particular owl that was there in the cave and was just staring at me, and I was staring back. And then the chick was just coming and nuzzling me and saying, mom. I'm there like, nope, nope again, you know not possible, not possible. Let's eat the eagle. Yes, your mama. I was just helping, you know and then the gentleman, Christine, I told you that I met whilst I was walking with the lion and the ox, and the eagle just like flew him in. He came into the cave. They're like, oh, I'm on eggs, warming eggs, and this gentleman is just, oh, yes, it's a party. Why don't you come on in?
That's awesome.
And then, he was just there speaking to the eagle whilst I was, on the eggs. And then when it hatched, and then all these winged animals came in, I took the last chick, and because it was not leaving me. And then we went in the mouth of the cave, and we were just speaking. I don't know what we were speaking about. And it was just like, when something is happening, but it's surreal to you. That was I'm there. I totally do not understand what's going on, but okay, I'm gonna flow with it. And every time I go to the eagle, I just go to the cave. I know that there is all those animals in the cave, but they don't speak. I just know they're there.
Do they seem like good animals or bad animals?
Good animals, because the eagle also, I think they're under control of the eagle. Let's say that, because when the eagle shifts, it's like they pay attention. Like if it's a wing, they're already at attention to see what's going on. Do I feel any malice or anything coming from them? No. But they do know that I am there.
Yeah. Interesting.
That's a word, yes. Interesting.
I was just, when you were talking about going sitting on the eggs, I'm like, oh, Mama Nadia.
Yeah, apparently that's what the chicks there. They're like biologically impossible. But it's just like, when they add it to, I think I was laughing at my own expression. I was there like, nope, can never be. Nope, cannot be. I said, I just did what I was ordered to. That was it.
That's funny.
Um,
I love it.
that you love it? I'm
I
just
do.
confused.
Oh, well, I would say a lot of our experiences are a bit confusing. We just have to trust that the Lord knows what He's doing and that we'll
Yeah.
understand more when the time comes. I mean, the Lord has given me jobs to do in the heavenly realms that I'm just like, why am I okay? Whatever you say, that's what I'll do. And I do it, even though I don't understand why or how it could even be important at all. And then later on, he shows me like how extremely important it is. And I'm like, oh, I just thought it was some medial task, you know? And
Mhm.
it's cool to see when he does that. But I think there's something to just think all of us are in the same sort of place where we just yield to him, whatever, whatever you say, that's what I'll do. And
Yeah.
Kim and I were talking about that, how he's choosing the people who will just yield everything and not keep getting in our soul and letting our soul lead, that we'll just allow the Spirit to lead every time, even though it seems strange and weird. I think that's who he's looking for, those who will completely yield everything. So you're like that. We're like that. That's why we're
Yeah.
kingdom builders, right?
Yeah, that makes sense now because
Mhm.
and also too, in a way, I don't know if you'll have lots of friends, but I don't have much friends because I try not to surround myself with too much drama or gossip and just try to keep a positive energy,
Mhm.
and just focus on, what the Lord has to say. And again, maybe the depression, well, it wasn't really depressed, but just saying that you fall short of the mark of, you know, because I said, by the time I was my age, I would have already married, in my own place, in my own house, serving the Lord. And it has not happened. And although I've spoken to the Lord numerous times about it and left it in His hands, maybe that's why I've been depressed. I was saying maybe I have not left it in His hands.
Mhm.
But when you're supposed to lay the burden at His feet, maybe I just went back, put up the burden, put it back on my shoulders. So I've been, trying to I would say go back and see if that is truly that when I say I lay the burden at His feet, that I do that and not go back and pick up the burdens. So I've been trying to go through my soul and see if there are other things that I say I leave in God's hands, but I don't.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been working on that as well.
Well, I was just talking to Kim about goals the other day and how I struggle with goal setting because all I want is what the Lord wants. And so I don't like setting my own expectations or anything like that because it doesn't make sense to me, because basically I'm just wanting to do whatever he wants to do. And so if he tells me something in particular, then it can be a goal. But anyway, I was thinking that with you, I think perhaps what you've done is you have kind of let the world shape your goals for your life at certain times. And even though maybe you are supposed to be married, you have an idea of when that's supposed to happen. And it's like all these things, whatever the Lord has told you. Now, if He's told you by this time you're supposed to be married and then you're not, then it would be something to be concerned about. Lord, what am I doing? Do you need to lead me a different way? Whatever. But in the meantime, I think what really needs to happen is that part of your soul being stripped off and just being like, no, Lord, whatever you want, whatever it looks like. If I'm in my mom's house for the rest of my life, I'll be okay with that if that's what you want for me, that sort of thing. I don't know where you're at in all that, so I'm not trying to assume everything, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm still at my mom's house, and I was in a relationship before. It didn't end well. Well, it didn't end well. He cheated on me. We have a daughter. We have a daughter together. She's 20. She's a big girl. But when we broke up, my daughter was about 8. Yeah, she was about 8, and I wasn't engaging or anything at that time, but I was still, a Christian. But when we broke up, I made a promise to God that I would not be in any relationship until He sends me the person that I'm supposed to marry, and He would let me know.
Mm-hmm.
And it has been that for, is it 12 years? She's 20, she's 21, 12, 13 years,
Mm-hmm.
and my friends or my family sometimes says that cannot meet somebody if I just stay home or I don't go out or whatever. God will not send somebody to knock at my door, and says I'm the husband. I said, yes, He can.
That's what I would say.
I said, yes, He can. I said, yes, He can. And I don't need to go out, to the club. That's not really my thing anyway. Or to go to the bars or whatever to meet somebody. I says, God knows who I'm supposed to be with, and I made that promise to Him, so I'm not going to break from that promise. So they find it absolutely weird that I've been single for so long and that I have not dated or been in a relationship unless I know it's from the Lord.
Mm-hmm. I think that's perfect. That's how it should be.
Yeah, it's not easy, but still.
It's not easy.
Mm-mm,
Right.
it's not. But compared to what frogs I could have kissed, I got myself in another relationship, then I think it's just okay. It's good. I have less stress and drama in my life. I'm just
Exactly.
by myself. Yeah.
So
And
true.
I think the depression happens just, it's just a friend making, a casual comment, but she didn't know how, I guess she didn't know how it would affect me, is that I've been like single for so long. Am I going to become a nun? So I said, why does everybody think I'm going to become a nun? Okay, first of all, it's not me. Okay. All right. So I don't understand that, but I'm telling them I know I'm gonna get married, and if I don't get married, then it's maybe it's just not for me. Maybe God has other plans for me. So I think maybe that kind of triggered it a little.
Oh yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Mm. A nun. I can't even imagine. A nun with the unicorn army.
Yeah. So they don't know that I have this other stuff going on. It's like you never go out, it's home and me. I said, yes, I have stuff to do. They just don't know what stuff.
That's what they don't know, is you're actually going out a lot, just not in the way that they think you need to.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's when they do go out, they always say you have to schedule it. I said, I know, you need to tell me when we need to go out, so I've got stuff to do. So if I now have to go out with you all, then I schedule my engagement times.
Oh my goodness.
That's so funny.
I
But
say,
that's
hey,
what's
if God can bring us all together, then He can bring you a husband too. I mean,
I have no doubt.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
he knows his daughter is is a very funny gal, very opinionated, and he knows his child. So that's what I'm saying. Okay, you know me, you created me this way. So you just need to send me a gentleman that will just mesh with me, and I mesh with him, and there are no problems.
That's funny.
Mm.
Oh goodness.
But that's
Well,
about it. That's what I've been handling for the past few weeks.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, shall we engage together?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, let's do it. Thank you, Lord. We just join hands with one another, and we want to, Yeshua, have you in the very center and just come close to you and step into you and be one with you, be one with each other. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. And everyone, please share when you're seeing anything, okay? I see that there are these Hebrew living letters that are coming and kind of, it sounds a little funny, but kind of hopping along in kind of among a lot of the unicorns, and they're like coming in between them, and it's like they're interacting with them too. I don't really understand what they're doing. Oh, that's part of their training. That's what they're doing. Huh.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I was seeing that when we stepped in and became one with one another and one with Jesus, we then went before the Father and presented ourselves to be one with him as well. And when we did that, we were shot up in the air like we were on a geyser, kind of. It was like this stream of light that we were shot up in the air. And it was like we stepped into his will, is what it really seemed like. And then he shot us down, and I saw us landing in your cave where the baby eagle is. And I feel like it's like somewhere in the Middle East. I don't know. I feel like you're being, just like how you're helping to raise up and command these unicorn armies, I feel like you're being called into this place of nurturing these new eagles who will then lead nature. I think that's why the animals are all there and responding. They're like waiting for these new baby eagles to come and command them, but it's almost like you're I don't want to say that word. It's kind of like a nanny, but more important. Do you know what does that make any sense?
The nanny?
Kind of, but more important, like you're there to nurture them and
I know
help
what you're
them.
trying to say.
Okay.
It's like, I think that's why I was on the eggs. So like do a relationship with them, because Yeah, because as soon as the eggs broke, I remember then all the stream of flying animals. Some that I could have seen, some I couldn't see, but I know they were there, just waiting for something. And I thought it was from the eagle, but the eagle was just his eyes was on me,
Mm.
like what I would do. And I'm there like, your eagle is calling me mother. You need to do something about that.
Mm. It's really interesting because I feel like what you do with the unicorns is so much in the heavenly realms, and then what this is for the realm of the earth, like with the eagles, because it really is about commanding these armies of animals in the earth.
But how do we how do I do that transition? I don't even know. Well, for at least the unicorns, I know the purpose, but for the winged animals, like, I'm not really sure yet.
Hmm.
But I know, just like the unicorns and the winged animals, that I am there to help other people into their destiny, like I'm doing with y'all, the two of y'all. Like, this is just not for me. I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be helping other people, and I'm cool with that. I just need to know with the winged animals, I think it's different. And I'm not familiar with it. So maybe that's why I have, for now, at least for now, difficulty into what my role is in as to where to send them, what do they do,
I want
etc.
to I want to say that we need to meet with Lisa. I don't know if you know Lisa, but she does ministry with us, and we go on mission all the time with one another. And she has a mandate for the animals on the earth as well. And I think you could learn from her, and she could probably learn from you as well, just in different ways. But she has a real mandate for a lot of the animals in the earth for all of this. And so that might be something that we could do, is arrange a meeting with all of us.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
You will love her. She's just like us.
You will love her. She's great.
Great.
Hmm.
Uh, so I have a question. These unicorns, I'm always seeing them flying. So if they fly, do they have wings?
Mm-hmm. Mine does.
I don't really see like that, if you remember. And so uh, I don't always see, I see that, I don't know how I can see that we're flying. Like, okay, so one of the things I just did is um, I got on this blue unicorn, like a deep blue, and flew off, and it was like some sort of training thing, which is funny, not training for me, but training for the unicorn. And then it was interesting that I'm training the unicorn when I feel like I don't know anything about unicorns, but apparently I do in the spirit. And so anyway, I always am seeing them fly, almost all the time. And so that's where it just hit me, like, are they really like pegacorns, or what do you call them?
Well, like Theo and Cleo, I have noticed that when we do fly, sometimes I can see the wings, sometimes I don't. I have not figured out why I can see their wings sometimes. It's just like when they're with Jesus, I could see their unicorn. But when I'm with other people, they do not show it. like when I'm engaging, and it's like they're a normal horse,
Huh.
you know. And sometimes when I fly in the spirit, I can see I have wings, and I sometimes I don't. It's like that Kit Kat commercial. Sometimes you have, and sometimes you don't. Yeah. And so every time when I fly, and sometimes I see my wings, I'm flying, but I'm trying to see how many wings I have. I've counted a total of 4, 2 up and 2 like in the middle, but to me mine looks like little fairy wings, delicate. The horses look like Pegasus wings. Theo and Cleo's own. Yeah, they do.
I don't have wings. I don't fly in the spirit. Did you know that? Unless I'm on something, I don't ever fly.
When I was dreaming from the time I was small, I've always dreamt that I was flying. I was asked my mother when I dream, I used to fly over my community where I lived when I was small, and the older I got, the less frequent it was, but it's happening again. And whenever I dream that I'm flying. Most times I'm flying away from somebody's pursuing me, but I'm always flying and I thought it was something that happened as a child, but it's coming back. So I have to talk to God about that. Maybe he's warning me about something, because I've always been chased, and that's why I end up flying, scaling buildings like Spider-Man, doing all these things. But it seems that I'm constantly being pursued, but then I'm never caught, which is good.
Yeah.
Because I'm terrified of being caught.
Huh. Yeah, definitely ask the Lord about that, I think, because that whenever, at least for me, whenever I get dreams that are anything like that, it is totally a warning from the Lord about it. I never dream that I'm flying, though. Never once have I ever dreamt that. A lot of people.
Never?
Ever? Have you, Kimberly?
All the time.
Okay.
All the time. And I have those dreams too where like things will wind up chasing me and I'll be like running and leaping, and I even have these, it's like half flying and half running. Like I'll leap and like have the longest jump. You know what I mean?
Like from building to building. Yeah.
Yeah. But this is what I've, in the last probably 5 years or so, what's happened with those dreams for me is I reach a point in that dream and I go, you're not after me, I'm after you. And I turn around and I go after them. And it's this really weird, like flipping the script thing. But I think it has to do with, like, I'm such a battle person, I guess. I don't know.
Authority.
I don't know that. I don't even know that I would say that word. I'm just like, you're not coming after me. You're not getting anywhere with this. I will come after you. You watch it. You know what I mean?
Maybe I haven't reached that stage yet. But yeah, but I always, like, if I'm not jumping and scaling like you, I'm just flying. Actually flying, maneuvering, arms open wide, like an airplane. Just maneuvering. Imagine the eagle. When I first interacted with the eagle, he taught me how to fly when I was engaging. And he was so mean. It was like I was on top of a tree and he literally pushed me down.
That's kind of what they do to their young ones.
Yes, but I still told him that was mean. Give me a warning, something. Imagine you're engaging and they push you down. You're like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And you just start to fly. I nearly had a heart attack in the spirit. I thought I was gonna die.
That's so funny. I think it's interesting though that then you're going and hatching these baby eagles. So you've been trained as an eagle, and then now you're going and hatching these baby eagles.
Yeah, the eagle actually fed me in an engagement too. Like he actually went out and got food for me and put it in my beak, not my beak, from his beak to my mouth.
Yeah.
And was feeding me. So yeah, just like he was nurturing me too at that time and grooming me with his beak and things like that. So that's interesting. I just
That is
remembered that.
interesting. I think that has a lot to do with what you're doing now. I think you were completely raised up as an eagle. Like he raised you that way. I think so you can train these other eagles. And you know what else I was thinking? And I want you to test this, but Christine and I have been noticing a lot lately these monitoring spirits that are in crows. And they're like everywhere and they're aggressive. And I wonder, just with these other winged animals that are around, if an army is being built up of them, because this is what the eagle does. Like in the spirit, the eagle is the apostle that flies overhead and gets the big picture vision, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's almost, I just keep wondering, like, are you training up these other winged animals to go up and get this big picture vision to give us intel? I mean, you know what I mean? To get some of the intel in the heavenlies as opposed to just for the enemy, like the others are doing.
That's highly possible. Those crows, I got a vision. Do they have like red eyes, red beady eyes?
I don't know. I don't get close enough to them to tell.
Same. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
either. I see them all the time, but I've never noticed their eyes, I guess.
Me neither.
Okay.
I make them go away. I don't know. I don't like them.
No, but they're getting more and more aggressive. It's crazy. Like I've seen them watching Illy at her preschool. You know, they're like, they surround our church building. They won't come on the property, but they like surround the church building and are watching. It's like they're everywhere.
They're always around my house. They're always walking. Like when I walk, they're always in front of me and keep flying forward and forward. And it's like when I'm coming, they won't be right with me, but
Mm-hmm.
they will always go and keep going forward when I'm coming. It's weird.
Yeah, I could test that out and see what happens. But listen, I think I'm going through stuff. You're going through more stuff
Probably.
than I am. But Christine, I did know, as a commissioner, I remember telling you that I made a petition to Father, and he did stamp it that y'all would be enfolded in mist or cloud where y'all can go freely about your business, and any monitoring spirits, they should not be able to follow you or interfere in anything that you're doing. So that means they have whatever decree that I signed as a commissioner, that they have trespassed that. So I have to go back and put that in effect again.
There's definitely been trespassing happening. I should probably take that to court myself, because even again last night I had another spirit in my room, and it was definitely like, it's not just demonic. There's something that's like, you can tell it's some sort of like a person, like a monitoring spirit, but sent by witchcraft. You can see, you can feel that. I don't know, I can feel that. And this has been happening a lot in the last couple weeks, just almost every night. And yeah, it'll be like as soon as I close my eyes, like not going to sleep yet, just as soon as I close my eyes, then I feel it come. And it's weird. Always in my bedroom, not in other places. I don't know what's up. But my bedroom is also where I do all my meetings, except for right now. But so it's also a place where I have tons of angels. So I don't know why the angels aren't protecting me. I don't know. I think this is one reason I've been using Sapphire so much, just because of that.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's making itself invisible. You know what I mean?
The spirit of Sapphire.
No, the spirit, because you only can tell it's there when your eyes are closed, and if your angels aren't able to do anything to keep it away, they may not be able to see it. You know? I mean, they use these tactics too. It's not like this is exclusive for us.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird because it's not like I'm just sensing something. I feel it physically, like
Right.
I think there's a person waking me up or something, or trying to get on me or sit on me or something, like one of my kids or something like that. And it's not. It's weird.
Yeah. I
Are you
feel that
seeing
it's
something?
somebody in the, yeah, I was seeing something that Jesus was telling me it was somebody like in a high level in witchcraft, and you might have to use a different tactic on that person, because I think, not I think, I know that she has authority over, I'm hearing a horde of demons,
Mm.
and I get this smell. I'm smelling the smell. Do you take a smell when she's there?
No, but I don't really smell in the spirit like that.
I don't normally, but she smells foul or whatever. So
No,
yeah,
but
because
I get that. And when you said that, I got a confirmation from the spirit about, not about the smell, but about the her being in charge of a horde of angel or demons or whatever. So do you think perhaps I have thought that there were angels in my room and they're really demons?
no, when I see you and your sister, there's normally this light and engulfing you all. It would be pretty difficult to fool you all. However, it has been done before, so I would just say, just test, just test each angel or each spirit that you're dealing with, just to make sure. But this particular person in your room, Christine, it's like she's very bold. Like she thinks she's the SHIT, so that's why she's boldly making sure that you know that she's there, and she's also antagonizing you. I think they're trying to trip you up to reveal something. I just am not sure what, because in your room I see like oil flowing in your room, on your walls and things like that, but it's like she doesn't move around. She's like in one spot when she appears. So she's trying to get you to reveal something. There's something in your room that is pretty important and that she's also afraid of. I'm just not sure what. And she's just there to show you that, you could see her, but she's looking for something. I just don't know what. And I see Sapphire is always there when she's, but Sapphire, like I said, Sapphire will not show herself to the enemy unless you're really in danger, and then she will use her horn to attack.
Yeah.
But it's like Sapphire is like pouring on the ground as I'm speaking about it. It's like she doesn't like the entity in your room, but for now she says it's like she's the entity is watching you. It's looking for something, and it's hoping you will show it where it is. I just don't know what it's looking for.
I don't know either. And that's the kind of the weird thing about it. It's like okay, I'm pretty sure it's attached to someone that I know, who's been trying to get, I could tell, like trying to get intel, except for I don't really even know what intel. And with this monitoring spirit or whoever this is, I don't ever feel scared. I don't ever, there's no fear attached to that for me. I haven't even felt attacked. It's just like you were saying, like, I haven't even known what it was doing. It just is like, yeah, trying to show me it's there. And
Yeah.
so it's very strange.
But it's definitely a monitor spirit, because she just showed me like this big eye when it comes into your room, and then like Alice through the looking glass, people could see what you're doing, but they cannot see everything when she's there. And I suspect it's because of the mist or the fog I've created around you all. So she could see a little, but not everything. You know, but she's definitely there to, I don't know, I just see this big eye when she comes, and people watching through that eye. And it's like they're searching for something. But I don't think she can attack you. She's just there to make you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And something.
It's
So
strange how it hasn't really bothered me that much. It's kind of like odd is what it feels like. It doesn't really feel threatening or anything. Like, I don't feel threatened. Maybe they're trying to do that, but I don't ever feel threatened at all. It's just like strange, you know?
yes.
Well, I don't know what I need to not be revealing either. I know there are certain things of missions coming forward, but it's like I can't even tell what I'm supposed to keep quiet or what they're looking for. So I guess I don't even know what I have thought, though, I think I probably ought to do this. I have discerned that I need to get rid of the mirror in our room, even though I tend to talk myself out of things and think that it's just me being stupid. And so anyway, now that we're talking, I got another confirmation that I need to do that. So I'll take the mirror out of the room, and I think that might be helpful.
Yeah.
So. Any discernment, Kim? I see you nodding and having this little hint of a
Internal
smile.
conversation.
Yes, internal conversation.
Not much. I think you're right about the mirror, and I think you have to take it completely out of your house.
Yep.
You could smash it if you wanted to. That could.
It won't hurt your feelings.
Oh, she gave you the mirror?
Kind of. Okay, so I'm living in the house that she was in, that she owns, that Kim owns, and she used to live here. And when they left some things for us to keep. Like, we kind of went, do you want this? Do you not want this? You know, on everything that we had. And so anyway, that was one of the things I kept, but I also don't really use it. So the lighting's really bad in that room, and so it's not very helpful. And so
Now if you have the windows open.
I know I do like the windows open, but my husband doesn't. So anyway, yeah, I was thinking about that must be what I'm supposed to do. I probably should crack it, because I was thinking, oh, I could just lay it down somewhere, but I think it's still a portal.
Crack it.
Yeah.
I think,
Before you do, because I did see you shattering it.
Okay, cool.
And then get rid of it.
Yeah, I think it might be a portal.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. A lot of people do astral projection through mirrors. So.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They do a lot of witchcraft. They do in Wicca anyway.
Yeah.
So
And
this
I
is the
think,
strange thing. I think that this is Wicca and it's not some sort of like tribal witchcraft. You
Why
know
is
what I
that
mean?
strange?
Well, because most of the attacks that I would say, okay, not at the source. The source has all been Wicca or Satanism, but everything else that has been at least directed toward me has been tribal witchcraft. There's been just a ton of tribal witchcraft, and so that's why I'm kind of surprised it's Wicca. You know what I mean? I don't know.
as an African American, they're all connected. Okay.
Yeah.
My ancestors were deep in that. So you never know. Just like, in the natural, you have people contracting people to do certain things. It happens in the spirit too. It's all connected.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I believe that
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, all right, ladies. Anything else? Should we engage just a bit more and then go?
Yeah. But before we engage, I had a question. You remember that I have this oh my lord, why words failing me now? The last time I sent you a picture of the Ark of the Covenant over over my bowl, right? On two
Yeah.
occasions, I have sensed that I just take it out, take out the Ark and just pour and just take the container and pour it over my working bag, over my wallet, over my hands, and my face. And I was wondering why I was doing that, because I remember you said that Jesus was just going to pour into it, and there would be an overflow, and it would fill into it, and it's right there in front of me. And like sometimes I just go into it and just push my hands in it and just take it and just rub all over, like when you're washing your hands.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing that. And sometimes if I don't do it, Christine, the whole day I would be reminded to go and do that.
That's cool. Well, here's what I think. The Ark of the Covenant represents the presence of Yahweh inside of it, right? That's part of what the Ark of the Covenant, they were carrying that, and it was the presence of Yahweh. Well, when you're pouring that out, anything in the spirit that is food or drink or anything is actually part of the Father that is nourishing us. And so it's when we eat from the tree of life, when we eat at the banqueting table, when we drink from the river of life, whatever, like even the honey oil, all of that stuff it's like the manifest presence of the Lord that is nourishing us and giving us anything we need, not just nourishing physically. Like, of course, it's, providing wisdom, it's providing finances, it's providing everything. And so when you are being led to do that, it's like you're feeding whatever your body, your mind, your wallet, whatever it is. You're feeding it with the presence of the Lord and his nourishment, if you will. So that's what I think.
Okay.
That's not what I think. I know that that's true. I know for sure that that's true. I know I don't like to say that often, but when the Lord has shown me so much about how his inside, I think this will resonate with you because I think it's connected to the honey oil thing, but inside of the tree of life, if you go in there, there's this like golden plasma all throughout, and it's that golden plasma like goes into the fruit and kind of nourish the fruit. And when we're doing that, the Lord showed me that it's literally him. It's the Father. It's Yahweh who, that plasma is him. And so when we're eating from the tree, we're eating of him. And so anyway, I know that it's the same with what you were talking about. So.
Okay. Thank you.
No. Okay, let's press in for like at least 5 more minutes, okay? I know we've gone over time, but I think we need to, okay?
Okay.
All right. He was just showing me this like really big thermometer, and he said, like really huge thermometer, and he said the temperature's rising, and he showed me that when it reaches the top, then everything is going to be like full on battle time. And so we're getting really close, like not super close, but we're probably 4/5 of the way there is what it looks like to me. And so anyway, we need to be really on point.
Hmm.
Hey, would you guys maybe try to confirm something? I was just, I feel like what was being spoken to me was something that I'm supposed to do, but I just, for some reason, don't feel 100%. And so the Lord, what I think he was just showing me was that when I feel that presence around, that I need to really rise up in authority and kind of threaten them in a way of telling them that if they don't leave, then their silver cord will be cut, which means that they will die. And so anyway, it seems very harsh and weird to me. And so I guess I want to make sure that that is from him and not just an idea. You know what I mean?
When you said that, what I did hear was that when you would speak, you would be speaking with the lion's voice. You'd be roaring over them, and just not it aggressive roaring. But if you cease and desist, then there would be repercussions. If you don't cease and desist, there would be repercussions. So
Okay.
yeah, I think you're supposed to do that, stand in your authority.
That's good. I just went, I was basically going to the father and saying to the judge, you know, and saying, hey, they've been trespassing. This isn't allowed. This isn't right. Can you take care of this? And that's when I felt like I was being shown to do that. So thank you, Nadia, for that about the lion, because that's what the Lord was just reminding me when he was when you guys were talking about your flying experiences and stuff with the eagle, he was just reminding me the reason I'm not like that is because I'm a lion and lions don't fly. And so anyway, so I'm okay with that. I think he's trying to just remind me of my identity and make me stand in my identity very strongly. So
Yeah. And when I was engaging, I got a confirmation from Father, and he said that previously I said I would have just, partnered with y'all for a couple of months, but he told me no, I'm supposed to be partnering every month with y'all and even do extra when I'm felt led to do that. So you always see my face a little more often every month. So I'm definitely going to move some things around and partner with you all every month.
wow,
Wonderful.
that's really awesome. And not because that I know the Lord has shown me lately that there's something really powerful in sowing, and he's been really emphasizing to me to do that even more, to make sure that, like, for instance, I have a friend who's going on a mission at the same time as we are next month, and we are each sewing into one another's trips, even though it equals out totally. But it's really about what we're sowing and reaping out of that. It's a partnering, and it's something different. And so anyway, I just want you to know that I appreciate that, and I know that the Lord he's really leading everybody to do that in certain ways. And so I want to know what we can do for you too. I know that I know we're supposed to be partnering together. It's a mutual thing, and so I just don't want you to think that there's some sort of not mutual thing happening. You know what I mean? You're just as important to the kingdom as we are, of course. And so it's very important that you know that, and that you know that we know that.
That
Thanks,
we
Christine.
value you.
Yeah, big
I
time.
was just thinking this whole time, I'm like, man, I'm grateful that the Lord would connect us in a way that we can work together, even across this geography. You know what I mean? Because you are so important to what we're doing. And I want you to know that. I know I said this the last time we met, but I really feel such a connection with you. I feel like you are part of our team. Like, you're just really important in all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's been dealing with me. I'm behind the scenes kind of person. And then, because when he said, okay, I have no problems partnering, sending them money and stuff. But then he says, he's just been telling me, but then they will call on you to do things. I said, I have no problem. And then, you'll be going to meetings and they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Meetings and stuff. I said, they've been doing this, far longer than I don't want to mess up anybody's thing. And then he's gone silent. I'm there like, everything I'm good with, I'm good with. I'm just behind the scenes kind of person, he says. And he just says, no, you're not, but you will see. And they're like, okay. So I think he's taking baby steps with me. That's why I think he's reminded me that to continue to do this every month. So that I will do. And yeah, I know it's not a one-way thing, because I remember asking you, Christine, when I was like really down to just say a prayer for me, and then that day I just felt uplifted. And then like Christine was probably engaging over me. So
Yeah,
I know
sure.
it's not. It's a two-way thing. Two hands. It only two hands claps with this partnership.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, I don't have much people that understand what I'm doing when I'm engaging on whatever. So you and Sandra are my first go-to people when I'm really feeling down. It's just like, I'm going through something, pray for me. And Sandra's there like, I got you. And then God says, send Christina. And they're like, but Christine is busy. And she said, send Christine a message. So I did. And Christine says, not a problem. And then I was there like, thank you. So at least they've got my back spiritually. So I'm not alone. So that was cool.
Well, anytime. I'm always thinking, I was just telling Kim that you've been having a hard time and we need to engage over you and stuff. And that's just, we need to be there for each other. And I think I'm like the worst person about reaching out for help. So I probably will never do that. Uh, well, just so you know, you know how I said that I think you need to meet with Lisa. Kim, do you remember me saying that there's this other person, Chelsea, who Kim hasn't met either, and you haven't, but she is in charge of all of the angel armies and has been sent to us, and she's a kingdom builder too. And just at the exact same time you signed up, she did too. And it was one of those that the Lord was just saying, this is really important for the upcoming battle. Like, we have to be together. And anyway, yes.
I'm showing you 5. I think this
Oh,
is
that's
very
5.
important.
He
5.
has been emphasizing 5 for some reason. Like
And 5 is the number of favor, isn't it?
grace.
Grace,
Yeah.
yeah.
Grace.
Well, that's good. Okay, so anyway, I don't know how, but somehow we'll connect on some sort of message. I don't know if it's going to be, I don't know what everyone uses, so I'll probably figure it out. Maybe
Oh, do you
WhatsApp.
use WhatsApp?
Yes, and I know Lisa does too, to an extent, and I'll see if Chelsea does. I don't, probably, because she has like, I don't know, an Asian husband. I don't remember what kind of Asian. That's really bad. But anyway, probably she does too, but I'll just double check. And if she does, then we can all connect there and then find a meeting time of some sort. Okay.
Okay, no problem. Just message me and I'll send you all my phone numbers. So because the Lord has been telling me to send you my number, and they're like, no, I don't think Christian wants my phone number.
Yes, I do want your phone number, especially on WhatsApp. Okay, so this is the
I was going
thing.
to say, you have iPhone. We could do iMessage too.
True.
Yes. Yeah.
Ah, that's good. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, shoot me your phone number, because especially I don't do well with answering on Messenger, and neither does Kim. So it's better if it's WhatsApp or just a text. That's like way better. So yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll message you the numbers and then you'll share it with Kim.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
All right. Love you, Nadia.
Thank you.
Love you
you
too, guys.
All right.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.